Do you want to learn how to actually make money from your blog? Look, I get it. As a blogger, it's a ton of work, and if you're not making money, it's going to be really hard to keep going. From having to create outlines, write epic content, find the perfect headline, market on social media, create a Pinterest image, and all these other things you have to do, it can feel really overwhelming. So I want to share with you 5 ways you can actually make money online from your blog, so that way you can actually turn it from a hobby into a side hustle or even a full-time business. See, back in 2017, I actually left my 9-to-5 because I was so tired of having to deal with a boss and a schedule and working on something I wasn't passionate about. So I told myself that I was going to learn how to make money online and I was going to help other people. So I created my blog, Inspire Your Success, which is also a podcast and this YouTube channel to help people do exactly that. So today I'm going to show you the 5 ways that I've been able to make money online, and all of these you can make at least $1,000 or a lot more each month. So here we go. Number 1 is paid ads. Now, advertising is one of those things that every blogger kind of thinks about at the beginning. You can get a quick buck, you can really get started. It's in fact how I made my first dollar online. I actually have the framed check somewhere around here because I was like, wow, people can actually make money online. Like, this blows my mind. So it's one of those things where a lot of bloggers go. You're starting to get readers, you're starting to get consistent traffic from Google or Pinterest or Twitter or wherever else, and you think, how can I actually make some money on this? Because again, it can get really frustrating to write and not get any rewards for it. So the first way you can do it is paid ads. And again, you can usually sign up with Google AdSense is the place most people start. There's a few other platforms that you can do in the beginning, but a lot of the bigger ones like Mediavine and AdThrive, I believe, really actually require a lot more traffic. So you actually have to have like 25,000 monthly users or 100,000 page views a month to actually get accepted and to actually use their platform where they go in and they monetize your site. They know the kind of the best spots to do it, and they take the guesswork out of it. But in the beginning, that's not going to be an option. So until you get a lot of traffic and actually meet those requirements, it's up to you to try and find some ways to make money. Now, paid ads is one of those things, again, you can sign up with Google AdSense, you get the code, and then you start putting it in spots throughout your website. Now, if you do want to use ads as one of the ways, this is something that I recommend doing, is to go to your most popular posts and insert them in there, because a lot of people just kind of put them randomly throughout, but actually do the research, go in your Google Analytics, find the highest performing post, and then go back in there and strategically add your ads in there as well. Now, one thing I will say is that the downside with ads is that sometimes it can hurt the user experience. And if it hurts the user experience, that means they might exit your site, bounce off of it, and then actually signal to Google that maybe your site isn't as useful or as trustworthy or as credible. And that's one of those things that can actually hurt your SEO rankings. So as of 2019, I actually dropped every ad from my site because it just wasn't worth the $500 or $1,000 that I was making from it, because at the end of the day it was hurting my SEO, and that is my long-term strategy for driving traffic and getting people to my blog. So it's really important to know that there are some pros and cons with each of them, and the one big con with ads is that it hurts the user experience. So if you do want to do it, that's totally fine. Just make sure they're not intrusive, they're not popping up and flying up and making it hard to click out of and all those things. You want to make it very easy. If it's on mobile, you want to make sure it meets Google's mobile requirements, and you just want to make sure, again, it doesn't hurt people's experience from actually reading your content and taking away what they need from that blog post. All right, if you guys are liking this, by the way, make sure to subscribe down below. I have a lot of blogging and freelance writing and online income tips coming out and already released, so I don't want you to miss any of those videos. And if you like it, make sure to give it a like. All right, so the second way that you can make money from your blog is actually with affiliates. Affiliate advertising is really the first thing that kind of I learned about when I got started blogging, and learned that people like Michelle Gardner and all these other big bloggers actually make 6 figures a month, which is just insane. So affiliates is great because it's super scalable. It's a great way to add some links in blog posts without being intrusive like advertising is. It doesn't really hurt your SEO like ads can do. And it's really just a way to provide a recommendation for your readers. So for example, let's say that you really believe in a product and that you want to promote it, and you're actually writing a blog post about it. So for example, let's say I was actually trying to promote Bluehost, which is a hosting company. It's how I started hosting my blog. And say I was writing a post about 7 things to do when you get started blogging. And I mentioned make sure to use a paid theme and a paid hosting. And then I link to Bluehost right there. If someone then clicks on that and then goes and signs up to create a blog and then they actually get started and they actually check out, then I actually get paid a commission. Now, affiliates is going to be different for everyone. You can be different payout amounts. It can be a certain amount. It can be a percentage. It can even be ongoing if it's a membership thing. So that's a really, really good way to make money from your site, and it's super, super easy to do. All you need to do is find the companies you want to promote, write blog posts that are relevant about it, insert the link in there, make sure you track it, and kind of have some follow-up sequence with the affiliate provider, and then simply watch the money come in. If you're writing great posts and it's actually helpful in what readers are looking for, and they go on and click on it and buy it, you're making money from it. And one of the biggest ways to get started is Amazon. So as you know, Amazon, I mean, I'm an Amazon addict. Everything seems like every day comes from Amazon. And so if you have things in there that are just throughout old blog posts or ones that are performing well, if you're talking about a book that you read or a specific product that you use, like just link to the Amazon link. And it's one of those things where you get paid even if they buy more than just that. So that's really cool, because if you're like me on Amazon, you go on and you spend way more than you should, and you don't just buy the one thing. It's usually, oh, I'll buy this and that too. If someone actually does that, you actually get paid a commission for all of that. So make sure you subscribe to the Amazon affiliate program so that way you can promote. The third way that you can make money with your blog is with sponsored posts. Now, sponsored posts are kind of like paid ads where you don't really get a lot of opportunities or make too much money until you actually have a big amount of traffic, because sponsored posts, again, are basically where you team up with a brand, kind of like affiliates, but more for like one-off posts, and they're actually paying for placement on your blog. So if you get 10,000 readers a month, that's great. They might really be aligned with your message and the people that are on there, and they can actually reach out to you, say, hey, we're going to write this blog post or have you write this blog post, and it's going to be all about our product. And then you usually get paid a specific amount. It could be either fixed or it can also be a percentage of a revenue share, kind of depending on how you work it. So the one thing with sponsored posts is that it does take some time, and that you really want to make sure that it aligns with your brand, because you don't want to just take opportunities for $50 or $100 or a couple $100 just to make some money, because if it hurts the user experience or you don't really believe in the product, that's really not being loyal to your readers. So you want to build trust and credibility in your niche by only actually talking about brands that you would do business with or you have done business with. Don't just promote things just to get a quick paycheck. The fourth way to make money from your blog is selling online courses, and this is a phenomenal way to go. Now, online courses are going to take a little bit more time. But if you can create an online course that helps people with whatever they're trying to do, and you can actually deliver with your course, people will pay you for it. And it can be hundreds or thousands of dollars for each course. And the cool thing with courses is that you create it once, you market it, you continue marketing it, you put it in blog posts, all these things, and it can continue to make money, month after month, year after year. So for example, I've created several courses, Win the Morning and Freelance to 5K, and they're both different objectives, but they're trying to help people speed up success. So for example, Win the Morning is a course about how to start morning rituals, how to wake up early, and how to actually work your life and your goals and your vision before you actually go to work. My other course, Freelance to 5K, is to how to make your first $5,000 as a freelance writer. So I actually just try and give you all the tips of things that I've been able to do. So I started a morning routine, I started freelance writing, and then people started asking me like, hey, how did you do that? Or how can I get started? And I simply created a course. That way they can go on and buy it, they can follow the modules, whether they're video or written, and then implement it into their lives. So it's really cool because you're helping people and you have a scalable route to actually monetize your blog. And starting an online course does not need to be difficult. If you have a skill, people will pay you for it. But you have to make sure that it aligns with your blog and make sure that it is actually something that people want. The biggest thing I recommend is to not just create something you think people will want, but to actually do the research. Ask your audience, make sure there's other courses out there that are selling a similar product so that way you know people actually want it. And you can get started with things like Teachable, ClickFunnels, Kajabi, Kartra, all these different platforms My personal favorite is Teachable. It's free. They also have paid plans as well for more upgraded features, but it's a great way to just get started and then to just have a way to monetize and to scale your income, because a lot of these things are tough, because like paid advertising, you can scale it, but again, it has some downsides. Sponsored posts, not so much. Affiliates are very scalable, and courses are one of the most scalable ways. And I see bloggers like createandgo.co. They make over $100,000 a month from selling online courses. So again, if you have something that's useful, if you have the knowledge, it's up to you to package it together so that way you can help others speed up success. Fifth way that you can make money from your blog is to actually do online coaching or group coaching. Because again, if you're writing about something, depending on your niche, people are going to want to learn more. And sometimes it's more than just creating an online course. Sometimes people actually want one-on-one phone calls or Skype calls or accountability text or whatever it is to actually get them to their goals. So online coaching is really cool because it's much more high ticket than online courses and affiliates. It isn't as scalable as much because you are trading your time for money. But again, you're helping people and you're getting paid from people that are finding you from your blog. So again, it's not necessarily through your blog, but your blog is the medium of how people find out about your message, yourself, and then you can package that up into an 8-week or 10-week program, and then they can usually do one-on-one calls like once a week, or they can do group calls if you have a lot of people and you want to kind of have a community of like-minded individuals, of students. That's a really great way. But again, you can charge high ticket items. It could be a couple grand, 5 grand, even 10, 20 grand. I mean, if you have something that people want, it's up to you again to offer these kind of products and services, so that way you can help others speed up success. All right, so hopefully you guys found that useful. Again, I really just want to find ways for you to make money online, hopefully ditch that 9-to-5 and create that life that you deserve. So if you like this video, make sure to give it a like, and if you want more of it, make sure to subscribe down below. And if you have other ways that you've made money online or have any other questions about making money as a blogger, make sure to hit the comment box so I can respond or get to it in another video as well. And again, guys, take a look at all the links I have down below on how to start a blog, other blogging videos, and other blogging tips, so that way you can make money as a blogger and hopefully leave that 9-to-5. Thanks so much for watching, and have an epic day.